Tonight on News 5 Live, an Orange Walk resident is gunned down and his family believes he may have been the victim of domestic violence. Classes resume countrywide for primary school students and looking back at the Carnival Road March 2022. These stories and more coming up on News 5 Live.
Great Belize Productions Channel 5, proud winner of 9 Caribbean Media Awards for 2021. Best Investigative Report, Best News Item, Best Coverage of People with Disabilities, Best Financial Literacy Journalism, Best Videographer, Best Television Commercial Spot, and the People's Choice Award, with 2 special mentions for Financial Literacy Journalism.
I'm always on the go, and the country is my home. So when I want to get away from it all, I immerse myself with my favorite movies, all from the new Smart Stream app. It's easy to use this service. Purchase your movies from the app and use your mobile data, Smart Stream data packages, or smart broadband to stream and enjoy. Be like me and stream on the go with Smart Stream.
Traveler, are you?
Everyone dreams. Whether it's buying a new home or a new car, taking that long, relaxing vacation, furthering your education, opening your own business, or when you need us the most. St. John's Credit Union makes it effortless to help you harness the power of your finances. We know that life's constant change demands financial flexibility. And at St. John's Credit Union Limited, we want you to be prepared. Become a member today so you can start your journey towards safe saving, smart borrowing.
St. John's Credit Union is the leader since 1946. They work harder.
In exercise of the powers conferred upon it by the Electricity Act, Chapter 221 of the Laws of Belize, and all other powers thereunto, the Public Utilities Commission hereby notifies the general public of its intent to create a modern electricity licenses and consent regime, In this regard, the PUC will garner input from interested parties as the Commission moves ahead in making subsidiary legislation on the granting of licenses to conduct certain electricity activities. Summary of proposed licensing for electricity activities. The regime considers various categories of activities undertaken in electricity generation, transmission and supply, the legal and regulatory provisions applying to those categories, and the appropriate types of licenses or exemptions for each category. The license and consent regime seeks to address licensable and non-licensable activities. Any activity falling within the definition of generation, transmission, and supply of electricity must be licensed and be placed on the register. Existing operators of electricity systems not yet authorized will need to procure the requisite license to be in compliance with the law. Persons who wish to own and operate electricity generation plants that will be grid connected or for commercial sale to other persons need to obtain an electricity license. The Commission is proposing certain requirements, restrictions, or conditions in the electricity license, as well as the statutory duties imposed under the Electricity Act. The regime is in accordance with statutory powers conferred in respect of license to all persons, license to persons of a class, and license to a particular person. This consultation is a concise approach that the Public Utilities Commission proposes to take in respect to the licensing of electricity activities in Belize. Members of the public are invited to give their comments via email to info@puc.bz by 14th October 2022. The draft consultation document may be viewed in its entirety at the offices of the PUC, 2nd floor, Marina Towers, Princess Margaret Drive, Belize City, or on the PUC website at www.puc.bz.
Good evening and welcome to News 5 Live for Monday, September 5th. I am Sabrina Daly. The Espat family in Orange Walk Town is mourning the death of their loved one following an early morning execution in that northern municipality. 24-year-old Ramon Espat Jr. was outside Spicy Bites restaurant on Aurora Street in the vicinity of High Five nightclub when a gunman brandishing two weapons approached him and opened fire. The execution took place in front of patrons gathered on the street, and after the shooting, the gunman escaped through a nearby park leading to the highway. Espat Jr. was struck 7 times to the body, including once to the head. He was rushed to the Northern Regional Hospital where he was pronounced dead. News 5's Dwayne Moody headed north today to find out that the execution may have been a result of domestic dispute.
Residents were out socializing. They would witness the most heinous crime, the execution of 24-year-old Ramon Espat Jr. as he stood outside Spicy Bites. These 2 spots covered with soil were where he bled out after being shot multiple times at close range by a gunman.
So need 5 minutes good, you know, when a guy walk outside by the car, like leave it close to the car, you know, he can get, I just hear shot start to ring off when they come back from the food's place. So everybody start to run up the other side if you try, you know, get out a straightaway bullet way. So I breaks too and I watch and say, well, I see one shot guy like the boss shot and thing with one big machine gun crossway his chest. You know,
big gun
a machine gun, yes.
But none of that he used to kill the man.
No, none of that he used. He used the handgun where me have, you know, and he start to Lego shots. You understand me? And then I say, you know what? I said, what the craziness this now, you know, and when we look, we see the young man on the ground there they like the fight for your life, you know, they try breed.
Police arrived at the scene soon after and rushed him to the Northern Regional Hospital. Espat Jr. would not survive the attack. He was hit as many as 7 times to the body. His father mustered up the courage to speak with us.
They gave my son 7 shots. 1 on the head, 1 on his private, 1 on the side, 2 on each side, yes. They killed my son like a dog, and that cannot stay like that. They have to find that person.
Ramon Espat Sr. believes that his son is a victim of domestic violence. He says that his son was called to the location and within less than an hour he was murdered. His cell phone is missing, which the father believes contains evidence of death threats.
They always focus on violence, domestic violence, from man to woman. And always when a man have a domestic problem, they do not look into it. They always take part for the woman. But the same way how we have domestic man against woman, we have woman against man. My son went through hell. 4 years. Every time my son come crying home, he said he can't take it no more. He was chased from home. He lived here with me 4 months and a half. 4 months and a half. Meanwhile, he was living here. Threats were coming in. Threats were coming in. And he cried to me and he said, you know what, threats are coming in. I don't want to go into details. But this is a domestic problem. And we told my son not to go out there because of the threats. And that's the reason I asked the police to find that phone. And in the video that is in that phone, we have a female that picked up the phone. And you can see clear that she has the phone. Police need to find that phone. Because they took him out from where he was and they shot him. And that phone has a lot of evidence. I am asking Mr. Chester to push this to find. I want justice. I want justice. Justice. I want justice because I was holding this in. I asked my son to go to the station and show the threats, everything that he used to talk to her, but he said no. They will laugh. And I said, no, Papa, there is justice, go. And now it's late. I don't want to accuse and said, you know what? She sent to kill him. I don't want to say that. But in the phone,
There's evidence that
that he was threatened. There was evidence that they called him the last minute. Who called him the last minute? Who take him out? And who take him out from the business place?
Espat Sr., a former police special constable, says that his son was not a troublemaker.
People that knew my son can back me up and tell me or tell you that my son was not a troublemaker. He was a nice guy, not because he's my son. I educate him that way. And it's hard, but they took away the only thing I have.
He was your only son, sir?
Yes, it's my only son.
Okay.
And that person who did it, look at me. Look at me. You took away the most precious thing from me. I hope you stay with your conscience to what you did to my son.
Espat Jr. leaves behind a 4-year-old son. Dwayne Moody for News 5.
The Espat family is asking for justice in the death of their loved one. Earlier today, Deputy Head of the National Crimes Investigation Branch, Senior Superintendent Ilberto Romero, told the media that investigators are seeking 2 suspects in relation to this latest homicide.
On a motive at this time, we are seeking these 2 persons who we believe can assist in this investigation. We are presently looking for them, but we have not been able to find them as yet.
Sir, is there any information leading investigators to believe in a nexus between this murder and any of the previous crimes in Orange Walk?
We are looking at that. We are looking at the background of the suspects as well as the deceased, and we will try to see if we can find a connection.
from best police information, sir, what type of individual is the victim? Is he a law-abiding citizen or someone who's had a brush?
We had dealt with him in the past. That is all I can share at this time about him.
Brothers Keon and Calvert Young came under attack by someone wielding a knife while they were reveling in the Carnival Juve on Saturday morning. The pair, celebrating amongst a throng of merrymakers, had just passed the Queen Street police station when they were stabbed. It was the only violent incident recorded during that festivity. This afternoon, Senior Superintendent Alberto Romero provided additional details of what took place.
Police responded to a stabbing incident at the corner of Majestic Alley and Queen Street. Upon their arrival, they found Keon Young and Calvert Young with stab wounds to the body. They were rushed to the KHMH where Keon Young was treated and released, and Calvert Young was taken for surgery, and he remains at the KHMH in a stable condition. Information is that they were both walking in that area when they were attacked by a male person who inflicted the stab wounds to them. They were a part of the Juve Carnival that was taking place at the time.
Any idea what led to this incident?
We do not know. We know that there are crowds of a lot of persons in the area, and at some point they were attacked and stabbed.
Sir, is it a concern to you that you had police officers watching these events and the sheer size of the crowds, it was not enough to be able to act as a deterrent for a crime like this one?
There were police officers at the event. Some were at the front, some were at the back, and some were around the crowd, but somehow this person came and there was a lot of people there, so he managed to get inside this large crowd, and he inflicted the stab wounds to these persons.
Later on that same day, gunshots rang out a short distance away from the Raccoon Street police station. When the shooting subsided, 36-year-old Giovanni Williams had been injured with multiple gunshot wounds to the body. While he is cooperating with investigators, a motive for the shooting remains unclear. Here's more from the Deputy Commander of the National Crimes Investigation Branch.
On Saturday, the 30th of September 2022, police responded to shots fired at Armadillo Street in Belize City. Upon their arrival, they learned that a male person had been taken to the KHMH for treatment. Police visited KHMH where they found Giovanni Williams, 36 years, with gunshot injury to the body. He's listed in a stable condition at the hospital, and investigation into this matter continues at this time.
Sir, how concerning is it that this shooting incident took place one street away from the police department's headquarters? Does that show that these gentlemen simply not respect the police?
Well, we have patrols in that area. We know the type of area that is, and as soon as shots were heard, the police responded, but they found no one there. The victim was then taken to the KHMH.
Is he cooperating with officers?
Yes, he is cooperating.
Seeking anyone?
We are carrying on an investigation. At this time, we have no suspects.
29-year-old Mindy Novello was viciously attacked with a hammer over the weekend by her ex-common-law husband. The incident happened after 5 p.m. on Saturday evening in the community of Corozalito while Novello was walking home with her children. 44-year-old Eden Chi reportedly charged at the woman and inflicted multiple injuries on her using the hammer.
Mindy Novello reported that she was in that area of Corozalito in the Cayo district when she was approached by her ex-common-law Eden Chi, who attacked her with a hammer and inflicted several injuries to her. Thankfully, persons in the area assisted her, and this person was detained, and she was taken to the hospital for treatment. She was treated. The injuries were classified as grievous harm. Eden Chi has now been charged for grievous harm, use of deadly means of harm, and attempted murder. He was taken to court.
Any insight as to maybe their previous disputes?
Yes, they had previous disputes, and he just came to the area and attacked her with the hammer.
Chief Magistrate Sharon Fraser issued removal orders for 16 Cuban nationals after entering Belize without passports. The Cuban nationals claim that on Thursday, September 1st, they were seeking asylum in the Cayman Islands, but accidentally ended up in Belize when their boat ran out of gas and drifted ashore after experiencing bad weather. But Chief Magistrate Fraser questioned how these Cubans could travel from their homes to another country without any passports. The group was divided into two when they appeared in court. The first group, 9 Cubans, were represented by attorney Orson O.J. Elrington. He asked the magistrate to use her discretion and not to impose a prison term against them, arguing that there was not enough evidence to prove that they came to Belize intentionally. 2 men from among them pleaded guilty, while the remaining 7 said that they were not sure how to plead. One Cuban informed Magistrate Fraser that while they did not come to Belize with any passports, they also did not want to come to Belize. That is when they informed Magistrate Fraser of their ordeal out at sea. But before the end of the first arraignment, one woman changed her story and claimed that they were seeking asylum in Belize. A couple of the defendants claimed that their documentations were left in the Cayman Islands after they were denied asylum. The second set of Cubans was unrepresented. After the Immigration Department told the court they were not seeking a fine against the Cubans, Chief Magistrate Fraser used her discretion and did not fine them. She, however, ordered that they be sent back home. One defendant asked the Chief Magistrate if he could pay a fine and continue his journey, but she told them that a removal order means they must return back home to their country of origin. Coming up, back-to-school gifts for every Stella Maris student. Details when we return.
Say hello to DigiTV. Step into the world of digital entertainment. DigiTV gives you access to 100+ channels on your TV or your mobile device at unbeatable prices. Take your shows with you wherever you go. It's a new level of freedom. Enjoy your favorite entertainment, sports, family, Latin, and local channels. No more fighting for the TV remote. You can access whenever you want from 2 devices at the same time. DigiTV is for everyone, and with the fastest fiber and mobile networks in the country, you are guaranteed to have the best experience ever. There's no installation required. Sign up for the Max package for only $40 monthly and get the first 2 months for just $30. For a limited time, get 50% off a Fire Stick when you sign up. Download the DigiTV app from the Android or Apple stores. Just WhatsApp us at 608-8888 to sign up. It's that easy. Watch, experience, enjoy DigiTV today.
So here we have 2 households, 2 kids doing what kids do, and 2 loads of stained covered laundry. One uses regular detergent, but only Fab has tough stain lifting power.
Wait, really?
That's right. To get rid of all types of stains, use Fab. Adding Fab laundry detergent to the wash not only fights the toughest stains, but the colors won't fade. And Fab leaves clothes smelling fantastic.
So pass it on.
Because your family deserves the best in laundry care. Fab, taking care of your laundry so you can take care of your family. Find it at your nearest store. Exclusively distributed by Big Limited.
Good morning, Belize, and good morning. I say good morning, Belize, and good morning. And how are you this morning?
Get up every morning, life go to work from day till night. Get up every morning, life go to work from day till night. I got 7 big feet.
Me, Belize by Leroy Green. I am a beautiful little dancer. I move my hips to the breakdown and the punta. I am many people living in peace. Proud to tell the world, I am Belize. I am the corn, the rice and the beans, the ruins, the keys, and all the rich tropical seas. I am the haven whose wonders never cease. Proud to tell the world, I am Belize. I am the mahogany, tall, regal, and strong. I am the anthem, our national song. O land of the free by the Caribbean Sea. I am the coal, the lobster, abounding in our Caribbean seas. Proud to tell the world, I am Belize. I am the flag of red, white, and blue, the identity of me and you. I am a child, the future of Belize. Proud to tell the world, I am Belize.
Evening come and I walk home. Yeah, the shot and a piece of tell the to walk home.
For the first time in 3 years, school bells rang and the full complement of the student population filed into classrooms at primary schools across Belize City to mark the start of the school year. The last time they've reported to school for day one with 100% attendance was September 2019. News 5's Marian Ali visited a north side as well as a south side school and Stella Maris school in Belize City to get a pulse of how day one went. Here's that report.
After a lengthy lockdown by COVID, today primary school students turned out en masse for classes for the 2022-23 school year. It is the first time since the deadly virus disrupted life that the children were back in their seats all together. Over at Grace Primary on the south side and at All Saints on the north side, principals told News 5 that day one was nothing short of sheer happiness.
Grace Primary Amara campus was never this busy, was never so full of energy for a long, long time.
Well, it has been bustling with energy. Parents are excited, students are excited, teachers are excited, administration excited because it's a new year and so everybody was excited to be back.
But amidst the excitement of seeing all their fellow classmates and friends in one setting, the way they did before the pandemic swept through, children must also now adhere to strict safety protocols in order to avoid another pause imposed by the same virus. Principals for All Saints and Grace Primary respectively, Colin Estrada and Diane Garnett.
We still have the safety protocols in effect. Parents and students, they have to use masks. They have to be able to spread out. And then also they also have to wash their hands. So we still have those in effect.
Each group of children have a zone. So they have to they walk within that zone. So zone 1 would be our infants, the lower ones. They use the main gate and wash hands, sanitize there. And even the teachers in each class have their own sanitization station, so they have their wash hand basins and all of that in their class. Everybody has to be wearing their mask. You have to wash your hands and all of that at the gate.
But a major part of the 2022 school year will focus on catching up with the children's educational advancement that was hindered for the past 2 years. Catching up for these students will likely mean extra time on campus.
We do diagnostic testing this week so that the teachers can assess where their students are. We sat down prior to this and talked about interventions. So we have an idea of what we want to do, but we have to see exactly where they are so that we know where to go. We'll do evening classes. For the upper, definitely they'll go back to their Saturday classes and morning classes as well. So a lot of that is going to be what will make a difference.
We know that there's a deficit, and that's why we have drills and with a new curriculum which is competency-based.
For the students at Stella Maris School, Principal Francelia Cantun says the rotation that the school entered into, having some students on certain days and the rest on other days, help them to remain in the loop with their lessons. Now that everyone is back in a classroom together, the focus will have to be on each child individually.
We would take maybe a learning outcome, one in reading, one in math, in the different areas, and we would break it down and we modify it to meet their needs. So from there we would set benchmarks, like at the end of maybe this month the child's supposed to be doing this, and so we break it down so that we can meet their individual needs.
With COVID vaccinations now in country and the existing strain not seen as one that is life-threatening, the hope is that the rest of the school year will remain as promising as it began. Reporting for News 5, I'm Marian Ali.
The 110 students who attend Stella Maris School for Children with Special Needs all received new knapsacks with stationaries for their first day back as an entire school since the COVID-19 interruption of classes. The gifts came from Belize and Me, Jungle and Sea Tours, and Alaya Resort. Jason Edwards from the tour agency and Anthony Johnson from the resort told News 5 that their investment of over $8,000 came from the heart.
On my 40th birthday, I decided that I did not want anything, no gifts. I wanted to give back. And so I decided to choose Stella Maris because I know that it's one of the most forgotten schools in Belize City, so to speak. And immediately I reached out to Alea, and they didn't think twice of coming on board and helping to sponsor some of the school bags and the different stuff for the kids. So we went and we got 110 school bags with books, pencils, erasers, water bottles for the kids.
This is Jason's project. So he came asking for donations, and when I heard of the project, I didn't hesitate to assist him in giving back to the community. We at Alaya believe that it's important to give back to the community. Alaya has donated to several organizations. It's just that because of this presentation today, you are here, but there are many other organizations that we give donations to.
For Lydia Rayburn, a teacher at Stella Maris, the gifts are welcomed by students and the school's administration.
Some of our students are not able to finance, their parents are not working because they can't work, because nobody will be able to babysit their child or children. So any contribution is very welcoming and very acceptable for our students, and a new school bag and school supply is very necessary, and will the parents will appreciate it. Everybody got a school bag.
So everybody is very pleased.
Everybody is very pleased and happy, and showing, I have 2 rulers now, where I have a water bottle, and look at my school bag, and everybody's excited about their school bag. Every little thing that they receive, they appreciate, and the staff of Stella Maris School appreciate every single thing that you guys, whosoever come out and give to our students, we really appreciate it.
Rayburn says that despite some of the physical challenges that the students have, the school is pushing as much as possible skills classes in cooking, sewing, woodwork, art, jewelry making, cosmetology, gardening, and chicken farming. People who would like to patronize the school can visit the institution on Princess Margaret Drive across from Pelote High School. The students also do weekly car wash events at the schoolyard. A stakeholder consultation led by the Ministry of Sustainable Development was held recently in Placencia. Minister Orlando Habet, along with teams from the National Biodiversity Office and the Forest Department, met with various organizations to strengthen cooperation for improved management of the Laughing Bird Key National Park. Together with the Southern Environmental Association, the government of Belize co-manages this UNESCO World Heritage subsite, which provides a habitat to an abundance of marine life and bird colonies, including the laughing gull. Increased threats, as well as the impacts of climate change, including increased erosion of its shoreline, have been occurring on the island. The meeting was part of an effort by the ministry to improve protected areas management through the reinforcement of co-management agreements. It is also focused on enhancing community engagement, enforcement, and benefits to local communities and stakeholders from buffering sites. After the break, several rural roads in Toledo District will undergo rehabilitative work. We'll have that and more when we come back.
Hi, I am Dr. Elsie Constanza. I'm a pediatrician and neonatologist. I work at the Neonatal Intensive Care Unit at Carnival Memorial Hospital Authority and at Northern Medical Specialty Plaza. Like other vaccines, few persons may present with reactions. Vaccines are safe. Get protected. Get vaccinated.
Make your summer better. Over $35,000 in cash and prizes with Smart Summer Sweepstakes. Here's how you can enter for a chance to win. Purchase any device, sign up for a Smart Postpaid, Broadband, or VoIP plan, use $50 or more regular prepaid credit, do a SIM swap, or text to the short code. You win 8946. And in the body of the message, enter the number of entries you would like to purchase. Each entry costs only 50 cents.
Don't waste any time. You can be the winner of weekly prizes starting July 1st. All methods give you more chances to win. Airline tickets, overnight stays at numerous resorts, cash prizes, gift certificates, and much, much more. One lucky person will win the grand prize of a $10,000 shopping spree courtesy Court and Smart.
Promotion ends September 16, 2022. So make your summer better by getting in the race to win with Smart Summer Sweepstakes. Smart, bringing people together.
Welcome to Design Depot. All in one place. Shop brands you know and trust, like Kohler. Welcome, GE Appliances.
Welcome.
Oran Windows.
Welcome.
Tiles from around the world.
Welcome.
Sherwin-Williams Paint and Coating. Visit us today at mile 3 on the Philip Golson Highway or call us at 223-3768. Design Depot. All in one place.
What is Amnesty 2022? An opportunity for undocumented immigrants living in Belize. Belize wants to help you to live freely and continue contributing to those communities you and your family now call home by offering a pathway to permanent residency. Why should you apply? In doing so, you remove barriers and reduce the difficulties faced living as an undocumented immigrant. Applying is easy. Go online to www.immigration.gov.bz for more information. Find out if you qualify, how to apply, what documents you need, and how to book your appointment. Be prepared. The registration period will be from the 2nd of August to the 30th of November 2022. Belize Amnesty 2022. Let's continue to build Belize together.
¿Sabías que Hospital Galenia modificó los protocolos de seguridad y prevención de salud ante la pandemia de COVID-19 para evitar contagios?
Creamos un concepto que denominamos quirófano santuario no COVID.
Hospital Galenia, más que un hospital.
Public officers are being better prepared to fulfill their job descriptions. The Ministry of Public Service has found that many public officers are unaware of their responsibilities because they were never briefed upon being hired. Well, Henry Charles Usher, the Minister of Public Service, is hoping to change that with a newly developed on-board procedure handbook. Heads of departments from various government ministries recently completed a sensitization workshop on the handbook. Here is what the minister and the CEO in the Ministry of Public Service had to say about the new approach to induction.
Many times when public officers are brought on board, new employees, they're just sent into a corner and they don't get any type of instruction. I can tell you this has been going on for a long time, because way back in 1999, I was a public officer. I was hired at the Ministry of Economic Development, and I was basically told, that's your office, that's your room, get to work. So at the end of the week, the CEO at the time, I went to see her and I said, you know, nobody has come to see me, nobody has told me what I'm supposed to do. I'm just in here reading this and that. And the CEO said, well, this is a baptism by fire. You're going to learn one way or the other. Well, that's all well and good for many of our employees, and I have to applaud all you all who have gone through something similar to that. But there are so many others that it fails them.
When Minister and I do visits to the different departments, I remember at one session, there was an employee who said, the first day I came here, I was told, that is your desk, that is your computer. This is how you turn your computer on. And that was it. She said, I was left there to sink or to swim. He said, luckily for me, I'm a good swimmer, so I survived. But imagine how much more of us there are in the ministries that are left alone. And my observation also has been that some employees walk around doing nothing. Some of our employees believe that their only responsibility is to collect their check.
Belize has a new Chief Justice. Justice Louise Blenman was sworn in on Friday at the Belize House in Belmopan. Acting Chief Justice Michelle Arana has since vacated the seat after serving in that capacity for the last 2 years. On social media, Justice Arana said, quote, I wish to thank God for the opportunity to serve Belize as the acting Chief Justice since April 2020. With his divine help and with the cooperation and support of my judicial colleagues and staff at all levels of the courts, I have managed to steer the administration of justice in Belize through the COVID-19 pandemic, shortage of judicial personnel, and many other crises, end quote. Here is a brief look at Friday's ceremony.
In the words of the Attorney General, I am grateful and I am unable to attend virtually, as it gives me great pleasure and honor to address you today on the swearing in of our new Chief Justice, Her Honor Louise Esther Blenman, who is a Caribbean sister jurist from our region. Chief Justice Blenman is a Guyanese national who graduated from the University of the West Indies, where most of us earned our law degrees. She also obtained her legal education certificate from the Hugh Wooding Law School, another regional institution, and was called to the bar in Guyana in 1988. Chief Justice Blenman subsequently obtained a Master of Law degree with merit from the University of London. Madam Chief Justice has served in a variety of senior legal and judicial positions in the region, including in St. Lucia, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Antigua and Barbuda, and Anguilla. Prior to being selected as our Chief Justice, she served as Justice of Appeal of the Eastern Caribbean Court, a regional court that serves 9 states and territories. She therefore brings a wealth of experience, having sat in the region as a High Court judge for 9 years and a Justice of Appeal for 10 years. For in excess of 6 years, she served as the chairperson of the Judicial Education Institute of the Eastern Caribbean Supreme Court and is a fellow of the Commonwealth Judicial Education Institute. She also served as the chairman of the Sentencing Guidelines Committee. Finally, Chief Justice Blenman also brings a wealth of experience in mediation.
It is with humility, but with the greatest pleasure, that I stand here today, having just sworn the oath of office of Chief Justice. It is an honor to be appointed as Chief Justice of Belize. I have undertaken to execute my duties without fear or favor, ill will or affection, in an efficient and effective manner. I come to this office with what I hope is a wealth of experience spanning over 34 years.
Last week, the Ministry of Infrastructure Development and Housing called a meeting to develop a strategy that it intends to implement in the repair of roads that have been impacted over the past few weeks by bad weather and heavy-duty vehicles. 11 of them were in the Toledo district that will be addressed in the coming weeks. Chief Engineer with the Ministry of Infrastructure Development and Housing, Lennox Bradley, went over the details today.
Boone Creek Road is one, and that's 7.5 miles. We have another one, Conejo, the road Sunnywood. Sunnywood, that's about 3.1 miles. Then we have from Sunnywood to Cricket Circle, that's 6.1 miles. And then we have from Sunnywood to Corazon, which is another 6.1 miles. Then Corazon, we have the link from Corazon to Otosha, and then that goes to Dolores. That's a total of about around 7.3 miles total. From Corazon to Otosha would be about 4.8, and from Otosha Road to Dolores, another 2.7 miles. Then we have the San Jose Santa Cruz bypass. We built 2 bridges there over the past year and a half, and now it's to try and improve the road between those 2 bridges, which will serve as a shortcut from San Jose to the paved road at San Antonio. It will significantly reduce the journey time for vehicles. So we are expending resources in trying to upgrade that road now. We also have Santa Teresa to Mabilha and San Lucas and then Corazon. So it's a lot of linkage that we are doing with these roads. Then we have the San Antonio Criquejute. That's about 9.7 miles of road. Then the Laguna Road. And then we have Aguacate Road and the Monkey River Road. Monkey River Road is 11.7 miles. So most of these roads, that a few miles. And it will require a lot of resources, financial resources to be expended to bring the entire length of these roads to a standard where we could refer to it as all-weather standard road.
When we return, a Belizean model makes the cover of Plus Model magazine.
¿Sabías que Hospital Galenia modificó los protocolos de seguridad y prevención de salud ante la pandemia de COVID-19 para evitar contagios?
Garantizamos contener a los pacientes que allí estamos manejando y disminuir riesgos de infecciones para el resto del hospital.
Hospital Galenia, más que un hospital.
My name is James A. I attend Ephesus Seventh-day Adventist Primary School and I'm in Standard 4. One of the most important safety rules is to always keep your eyes on the road. The moment you take them off, you can be in danger of hitting another vehicle or a pedestrian. When you are driving in a car, motorcycle or bicycle, you are not just responsible for yourself but for the other drivers and pedestrians. If everyone obeys these rules, we can all be safe while traveling because every life counts.
We're so grateful when we got the news that he was the first place winner. We also were winners along with him because the school received as well a gift because of his effort in writing this essay. We are all in deficit. We have a lot of different issues. We know that parents could not afford school fees and things, so our school will then utilize it in various ways.
Thank you, BL, for giving me this opportunity to be part of the safety essay competition.
If you have a baby on the way, here is what you need to know about maternity benefit. It includes both an allowance for 14 weeks and a grant, which is a lump sum of $300. The basic requirements are: you must be employed, you must have at least 50 paid contributions, and you must have continuous contributions leading up to delivery. To apply, a licensed doctor certifies the expected date of delivery. The employer completes the salaries record. Submit your completed claim form as soon as possible. After giving birth, submit your continuation claim no later than 3 weeks after delivery. If the mother does not qualify, the father of the child may qualify for the maternity grant. Want to know more about maternity benefit or grant? Visit our website or contact any of our offices to have someone assist you. Also, be sure to visit our Facebook page and give us a like to stay informed. Social Security Board, safeguarding you, your family, your future.
Reusable plastics. Did you know that until we find an alternative for plastic and all its uses, we will continue to need plastics, such as in the health sector? Plastic becomes a huge problem for Belize when it becomes waste and is improperly disposed of. When it is thrown on the side of the road and in our rivers and seas, it's eaten by animals and in turn by people, and it becomes an environmental and health issue. It costs us money for disposal, filling up dumps and landfills, and paying for associated healthcare. So what can you do? Choose to refuse single-use plastics is step 1. Step 2, instead, use the plastics that were meant to be reused, like coffee cups, water bottles, and food containers. We're not talking about buying a $1 bottle of water. I mean, you can, but how long will that last you? Reusable plastics keep plastics out of the environment for a much longer time and are even better than other forms of plastics like biodegradable or even compostable or bio-based plastics. By reusing, you are also saving money since you aren't rebuying the same thing over again. Think about it. How many bottles of water do you buy every week? How much does that cost compared to the cost of a reusable bottle? Imagine what you can do with the extra money. Click on the link below to see what you can do to help end the nightmare of single-use plastics. I'm Alison Castillo, and now you know.
Belizean Lenny Pelayo made the cover of Plus Model magazine's September edition. She's the first Belizean to be on the cover of the international magazine. Launched almost 2 decades ago, Plus Model magazine, PMM, was created to inspire women around the globe to embrace their curves and to fear no fashion. PMM is now the self-acclaimed leader shaping the plus-size industry. We heard from Pelayo via Zoom about her latest achievement.
Hi, everyone. As you guys know, I'm Lady Pelayo, straight out of Belize/Roaring Creek. So when I first got the news, I didn't realize that it was the cover. I thought it was just spread inside of the magazine, which I've been a fan of for many, many years. And when I got an email from my agent, and it was like a mock-up of what the cover would look like, and I was shocked. I was driving, and I'm sure everybody on the road thought that I was crazy because I was slamming my hands on the steering wheel and screaming and like, God, you're so good to me. So yeah, that's what happened. It was a moment of like total shock. I still feel to this day like it still hasn't really sat in yet. Like I'm waiting for it to sit in that this is really, really happening, and the amazing opportunity to grace the cover as the first plus size Belizean model on the cover is truly amazing. There's no limits to what you can do as a woman. You know, even men embrace who you really are, and it shows. And she's all about body positivity and loving yourself, and just being you, being your authentic self, and not have to mold to the stereotypes and what the world says beauty is today, because beauty is really what you want beauty to be. You know, there should be no title under beauty.
$30,000. That's the amount a lucky woman won with Scratch and Win over the weekend. Today, Jacinta traveled to Belize City from Cayo to claim her prize. Her winning ticket will assist with the financing of her children's education. Jacinta tells News 5 about her incremental wins that later led to the 30 grand.
I purchased this ticket at the Chinese Anthony's at St. Ignacio Santa Elena. When I went to buy this ticket, I bought 5 of them. Of those 5, I won the 5 of them. But I started scratch from beginning with $1 scratch. I win back my $1. When I scratch my $2 scratch, I win $10. I continue scratching. I continue scratch another $2 and I win $50. So I continue scratching and another $2 and I scratch and I win $100. So I said, this is my final scratch. If I win big, I'll scratch no more. But surprise was when I scratched the last one, my scratch had $30,000. For me to win this, I had to play the game. So I would like you to know, buying scratch is for like your dreams to come true.
Do you have any plans as to what you'll do with this big win?
Yes, sir. My biggest plan is for my children to finish their education.
Belize has been dubbed Mother Nature's best kept secret. But repeatedly, our resorts and tourism destinations have been making us proud on the world map among travelers. Just last week, several of our resorts snagged local and regional awards. Today, Director of Quality Management at the Belize Tourism Board, Abil Castaneda, has the names of the winners.
The ceremony for awards for the Caribbean and Latin America were held in Jamaica. And so at those awards, we were very happy to learn that Belize was selected or won 2 of the regional categories. The first one was that Belize won as the #1 diving destination in the Mexico and Central American region, which is the region that compete in. And so we are #1 in our region, and we're very happy about that. And then we also learned that one of our properties in Placencia, the Elysian Boutique Hotel, won the Boutique Hotel of the Year for 2022 in Mexico and Central America as well. Now, also, they do for each of the major countries in the region, they do a national award selection as well for about 3 categories. And so for Belize, the 3 categories, the 3 winners under the Belize Awards were also selected and were presented at that gala. For leading hotel, the San Ignacio Hotel won as the leading hotel in Belize. There's also a category known as the leading resort hotel for Belize, and Las Terrazas in Ambergris Key won that within the country. And then the last category that was featured for Belize and on its own was the leading villa resort property. And that was won by Turtle Inn in Placencia. So on the Belize Tourism Board, we really want to congratulate all the winners.
Just ahead, Soca Mocha and Soca Massive dominate Carnival 2022.
V-Bucks by Belize, Belize's newest multi-brand rewards program. To access V-Bucks, download the mobile app or access the website portal at bbucks.bz and set up your account. If you already have a Belize account, chances are you already have V-Bucks. Don't let them go to waste. To earn V-Bucks, make a purchase at any Belize location or at any of these Belize entities, namely Island Freight Forwarders, Best Manufacturing, Benquip, and B-Mart. Once V-Bucks are earned, reward yourself. Use V-Bucks to buy items or exchange for cash. You can also double, triple, or even quadruple your V-Bucks on promotional days. It is simple. Purchase, earn, redeem. Loyalty is always rewarding with B-Box. Brought to you by Belize, celebrating 75 years of quality and savings.
Taking its name from the venerable father of the nation, the George Price Highway stretches 77 miles from Belize City to Benqueviejo. Originally built in the 1930s, this cross-country highway system is the artery that links Belize to Central America at the western border with Guatemala. That connection facilitates overland trade, supporting Belize's economic development. Winding its way across the scenic countryside, the George Price Highway from Roaring Creek to Esperanza has been fully reconstructed to meet international standards, with particular emphasis on road safety. A shorter and hassle-free commute is best enjoyed when everyone obeys the traffic laws. To reduce the number and frequency of road traffic accidents, it means that a seatbelt must be worn at all times and the speed limit observed when traveling along the highway. It also means that pedestrians must use sidewalks and crosswalks where available. Buses should only board and discharge passengers at a designated bus stop. Road safety is everyone's responsibility. It begins with you.
Everything must come to an end. A much-needed vacation, or even a good book. What about the world? How will it end? Should we be worried about the end? Frightened even? What does the Bible actually say about the end? Tune in right here as we discuss the end.
Great entertainment stays with you, and we bring you great entertainment. Next Gen, the ultimate digital experience.
Dwayne Moody, Isani Cayetano, Marian Ali, Paul Lopez. Your News 5 Belize teams do whatever it takes. Go wherever they need to go, so you can catch the story wherever you are, whenever you want, on whatever device. Channel 5 Belize on television, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Because news is now everywhere, all the time. And so are we.
Everyone, including our elderly, needs to stay connected with their loved ones. With Smart's Golden Citizen Broadband program, senior citizens can sign up for 10 megabytes of unlimited internet at a low monthly cost of $25. Citizens over 65 can sign up with a valid ID and receive free installation plus 1 month free on selected broadband plans. Visit a Smart showroom near you for more information on how you can enjoy Smart's Golden Citizen Broadband program. Smart, bringing people together.
The winners of the Carnival 2022 Road March have been declared. After months of arduous work, 2 mass bands came out on top. In the senior category, Soca Mocha Mass Band prevailed. In the junior category, it was the Soca Massive Band that rose to the occasion. A News 5 team was out on Saturday to catch all the live action. Today, Paul Lopez visited the band leaders of the winning groups, and he filed the following report.
Soca Mocha Mass Band is a Carnival 2022 Road March winner among the senior bands. Audrey Bradley, the leader of the band, is celebrating her second victory.
The theme I used this year, I had that from 2019. I thought about it from 2019 and I just kept it. And I said, okay, whenever they have Carnival back, I want to use the same team because I really wanted to do that team, Caribbean Soca Diary, because I wanted to do from the Caribbeans, the different Caribbean countries that have Carnival. 'Cause a lot of us don't know different Caribbean countries that have Carnival. Most of the time people just think that like Trinidad and, you know, the basic ones that we know, but it's a lot of them. Like, because people don't know Grenada have Carnival.
In the junior band category, Soca Massive came out on top. Their band leader is Pauline Bradley. She is Audrey Bradley's younger sister.
With me, I'm somebody that I love dancing from I was a little girl. I love entertainment, the stage. And so, even though, yes, but I did move to the US, so all of that for me just came to an end, and then I came back to Belize and started over. And my girls, I have 5 girls, and they are all the same. And so for me, dancing is something natural for us. And, you know, when I decided to do a junior group, same way I raised my girls them to be, that's how I tried to have my junior group. You know, I have the girls, you know, at practice put in their 100%, even though it was not Carnival Day and it wasn't Road March as yet. I made them practice the same way they would practice out there on the road.
Belizeans were out in droves along the Carnival route on Saturday, as spectators to the array of colors and various choreographies on display. It was the judges who were stationed on Youth for the Future Drive and the Marion Jones Sporting Complex that had the difficult task of judging each group.
I knew I was in the top 2 from camp night. What a lot of spectators and people don't understand with Carnival. Carnival is not just the road march on that said day. It has a lot to do with your costume from camp night. You know, the revelers, your the hypeness, the energy from camp night. Camp night plays a big role in your points for road march, and that's what a lot of people don't know. So when they see you out there and the kids there look tired, I mean, you guys can't expect these kids to go from point A to point B or from point A to Z and not tired. They're human beings, they're not machines. The whole entire score and everything comes from camp night on to road march.
Everybody, I think they deserve the win, but I speak for myself. And I know everybody got through the same thing. The preparation never easy. Oh my God. And I always say I have sleepless nights, and it still happens. Sleepless nights, and we work hard. Honestly, I think I work twice as hard that I ever worked since I have my Carnival group. 181 people I prepare for, so that like double the amount. That like almost 3 times the amount where they ask for. So, man, I don't know where the people they come from.
Second place in the senior category went to Mother Nature Creation, and third place to Trenchtown Masqueraders. Second place in the junior category went to Jump Street Posse, and third place to the Colette Royal Revelers. Reporting for News 5, I am Paul Lopez.
Earlier in our newscast, we told you about a stabbing incident on Juve morning that left 2 brothers injured. While the siblings did not suffer life-threatening injuries, they are receiving treatment at the Carl Huchner Memorial Hospital. Thankfully, it was also the only incident recorded on Saturday with respect of the carnival activities. That's because the Belize Police Department went into overdrive to secure the safety of everyone attending the weekend events. Deputy Regional Commander Chris Noble explains.
Juve, we had a high number of officers, and I believe another 32 were put in place to secure that. Commando operations brought in more people because we were not on alert but strategizing to secure the city from midnight.
Yeah.
So breathing easy, seeing the last of it, and the police moving away from that Majestic Alley area within seconds. Within seconds. There's a camera footage which was gained, which I looked at, and it was maybe 12 seconds after the police took off, that somebody from within the Juve revelers and somebody from the sideline had an altercation. It was not fatal, thankfully.
Thankfully, yeah.
But it was an incident that we would have preferred not to have happened. And we do have somebody in custody. We're hoping to get cooperation of the victims and move forward with prosecution.
And that's the news. Tonight's broadcast is available in both text and streaming video at channel5belize.com. You can also connect with us on our Facebook page at facebook.com/News5Live. I'm Sabrina Daly. Thanks for joining us. And from all of us here at News 5, please remember to wash your hands, keep your social distance, and stay safe. Good night.